Hi there, this is the video lecture for week 3. Sorry I didn't put this up on Monday, but my wife put the camera away and I couldn't find it. So for this week, this is Tuesday morning, so you should have, as of last night, responded to at least 2 reading drafts, given the feedback required with the response guidelines that were posted. And I looked at a few of those over the weekend, and people were generally answering the questions well. One person I kind of want to comment on, they noted that the assignment called for 2 response paragraphs at least. I think it says 2 to 3. And the person they were responding to only had 1. And that they said, but they would give it a 4 anyway. Well, I want you to be a little harder on each other than that, because I'm certainly not going to be as charitable as that. I'm going to be as charitable as possible in the grading process, giving you the highest grade possible. That is reasonable. But if a major component is missing or underdeveloped, it will hurt your grade. Primarily because it reduces the effectiveness of your response. So keep that in mind as you rework your essays for submission. Those are due by midnight Wednesday. I will start reading and responding and grading those as they come in. And in fact, as of this morning, one has already been submitted, so I'll get to that fairly soon. You also need to get started on the second essay. That requires reading. I think I have that book. No, that book is upstairs. Anyway, that requires reading part 2 of Guns, Germs, and Steel. I forget the exact chapters. There are more than 3 chapters this time, roughly 100 pages of reading, give or take a little bit. What I want you to do is read those chapters. I want you to annotate those chapters as you read. I want you to then, by midnight this Friday, to post a brief summary for each of those chapters. This is so we can look at the issues there and find some things to talk about. There will also be a forum for discussing what is covered in the readings. After you've done that, you are to find an issue you would like to work with. And after you find that issue, some idea of importance based on the readings that is compelling to you, you're going to find a video online, and I'm going to put up a few. I haven't put those videos up yet. You're going to find some video online, and you are going to then conduct an analysis of that video based on some criteria that are posted in the assignment, a link to which can be found in the assignment right now. It is called the PBS for Public Broadcasting System, not broadcasting. They don't name it after me. It's the PBS Savvy Voter Guide. And so these are criteria for analyzing political advertisements, but the elements they look at can be applied to really any kind of video, any advertisement, any kind of anything. Some of the criteria they look at are: what is the role played by the candidate mythology? And for us, that might be the issue mythology. When I use the term mythology, I don't mean that it's made up or fake or what have you. When we talk about mythology, at least in English, it's more about the story that creates a sense of what is. And so it doesn't care whether it's a true story or a false story or a maybe true story considered to be true, that kind of thing. So, but one thing is candidate mythology. Another thing is how does the person's dress affect how we see that? Are they in a suit and tie, or like me in a t-shirt today? What are other things? Depicted actions. What do you see happening in that video? What might those actions mean? There might be props in the video. I don't have any props here. Maybe if I was to bring in this laptop that's not turned on and was working with it, that might be considered a prop to show you I am very tech savvy. Clothing, depicted actions, background locations. Where is it happening? You probably can't tell, but this is happening in the basement at my desk. I'm not going to show you my desk because it's very messy, but you can see there's stuff cluttered behind me as well. Fortunately, none of the animals are coming down to join me this morning. So they're depicted actions, props. Oftentimes in a political advertisement, you'll see lots of American flags. Those are props. You might see all kinds of certain things. So anyway, all these things. So you'll want to read up on that, and you'll look at how does this video use these tools to manufacture its message. And so we're conducting an analysis like that, and there will of course be a sample essay there for you to have a look at. So the timeline for the second essay, you're going to submit essay 1, kind of backing up a little bit, on the 13th, that's Wednesday, tomorrow, by midnight. By Saturday night at midnight, I want you to have chapter summaries for part 2 submitted. There will be a place for you to do those. After your chapter summaries are due, the reading draft of Essay 2 is due Tuesday the 19th at midnight. You will have until Friday the 22nd, also at midnight, to respond to drafts and get those comments back to the writer. And after you receive those comments, your essay will be due to me for a formal response and grading on Monday the 25th, at which point you will get going on the third of our 4 essays. So if you have any questions, get back to me. Shoot me an email, through a regular email, through the Angel system, however you like, and I will answer as quick as I can, and I hope as helpfully as possible. So get back to me with questions, and I will see you online. Bye-bye.